It's time for more Manifesting Original Rich Bitch Experiences. Each week, we're talking travel, wellness, and millennial musings with a level of refinement. What level? It fucking depends. I'm your host, Ava Bilkey. Hey guys, how's it going? I am currently in the process of packing to go back on the road. I'm going to be traveling for the next month. And in the spirit of travel, I figured today I would love to share some tips on packing a carry on bag. What are the carry on essentials? What do we need? What do we not need? And essentially, what the mentality is around the carry on bag. Like, what is its purpose? What should be in there? Let's just do it. Whether you are traveling for 3 days or 3 months, there are a set of essentials that should be in your carry on bag at all times. I find myself knowing this, and even so, when I go back to pack my bag again for my next travel, I'm always like, what am I doing here? Like, you kind of need to just regroup, and I think packing in general can get really overwhelming really quickly. There's just so much that goes into it. There's different climates, there's your length of trip, there's your purpose of trip, there's if you're a business owner and you're a digital nomad, like that opens up a whole new set of accessories that you may need. And so I even find myself getting flustered. So I figured, let's pull together this list of essentials together. Let's document it. And anytime you need to go back to packing a carry on bag, I hope that this can be a helpful resource for you. It's been a while since I've packed a carry on bag. I've been home for a few months, so I cannot wait to get the fuck back out there. In the process of doing so, I was feeling a bit rusty. I'm like, what goes in this bag? I actually spent the entire day yesterday packing, and I had 3 suitcases out. I had shifted all of my stuff from one bag into 2 smaller bags. And then I remembered that I also had my larger personal item to pack, and it was just a whole thing. So, on the cusp of spring break, let's just get together this list of essentials and make everyone's lives easier here. Before we get into the essentials for the carry on bag, I want to align on carry on bag mentality, meaning what is the point of this bag? If you are someone that is traveling for shorter lengths of time, or you are extremely slim in terms of the amount of things you like to travel with, you may only be packing a carry on. But for me, I find oftentimes that I need to have a checked bag, and then I will also need at the same time to have a carry on because there are a lot of things that you should not put in your checked bag for security purposes. So, the purpose of the carry on bag is to bring with you all of the things that you literally cannot live without. The carry on should be reserved for your irreplaceable, most valuable, prized possessions and anything that you quite literally need to survive. That is the point of the carry on. You should also think about the carry on in terms of needing to hold you over. So, in a worst case scenario where your checked baggage goes missing or it's delayed, what are the things that you absolutely need to have in your carry on to hold you over until the moment in which you reignite with that checked luggage? So, starting off the list of essentials, the first thing that should be in your carry on bag is a complete outfit. And the word complete is very intentional. A complete outfit, meaning a full change of clothes, and the clothes that you put together should be a look. Ideally, it's something that you could put on day or night and feel comfortable in. And it should get you through, 24 or 48 hours if you are, hopefully not, but if you are ever separated from the rest of your luggage. What I put in my bag yesterday as my complete look was a pair of jeans, a very simple black top, long sleeve top, a belt, a fresh pair of socks, and a fresh pair of underwear. So that is my complete outfit. And I will be very happy wearing that outfit if I have to wear that outfit. And this is something that I find is often easier, like on the way to your destination. And sometimes the complete outfit is an afterthought on your way home from your destination. And I learned this the hard way because last fall, when I was flying back to Minneapolis from London, I had switched up my rule on this carry on outfit. And I was basically so tired when I was packing up my bags that I just kind of threw whatever clothes I had just purchased and like whatever was like, I don't know, like there was no method to the outfit I put in my carry on that flight home. And unfortunately, I had a delayed bag. So I ended up wearing, I kid you not, a pair of Nike sweatpants and a fully collared button up shirt the next day because that was my incomplete outfit that I had put in my carry on. Okay. So the moral of this story is complete outfit both ways to your destination and home from your destination. So you don't get stuck wearing like super loungy sweats and a super fancy top because it was, frankly, a bit embarrassing. So we love the complete outfit. The next essential that you should have packed in your carry on is all of your medications and supplements. So, if you are somebody that has medications prescribed that you take on a regular basis, those need to be with you in your carry on. Reason being, those are oftentimes a lot harder to refill or replace if you were to lose them. And same thing with supplements. So I don't currently take any prescription meds, but I very much view my supplements as the same level of necessity. So when I am traveling, I have my supplements with me at all times. Right now, for me, that stack is a multivitamin, it is vitamin D, it is magnesium for sleep, and a couple other things that aren't coming to mind. But I travel with a significant amount of supplements. And I feel, again, like for me, those are my like medication babies. I feel that when I have those every morning, I'm able to keep some level of consistency within my physical body that sets me up to do whatever it is once I get to my destination. So, you should always have your medications with you. Now, if you're someone that is like super into supplements, you're going to have to pick and choose, right? Like what you want to pack. I also will tend to travel with a few portions of whey protein in a blender, like a shaker bottle. And I will just kind of portion it out in baggies. And so I'll pack like 3 or maybe 4 servings of protein powder. And then I'll put all the servings into my blender bottle. And then I'll actually pack that as well. And that for me, it's a supplement, but also, it's satiating. So for me, that is a great thing to have on hand when you maybe are faced with flight delays. It's super easy to mix with water. You have a snack there. You're not just like wilted and like, falling over because you're so hungry. I will say though, you have to pack the chocolate protein powder because If you pack vanilla protein powder, TSA gets a little bit sketchy about white powders. Just saying. Okay. I actually had a good friend of mine had all of her vanilla protein thrown away because they're like, no, we don't have the time to verify that this is whey, you know? So keep that in mind, but know that that is absolutely something you can also include with your other supplements in your carry on. The next thing I always make sure to bring with me is a refillable water bottle. And so there are a lot of great water bottle options that are very like high tech. You could have one with a water filter built into it. You could have one that's like collapsible. For me, I just have my go-to stainless steel water bottle that I use literally every single day. And I carry that with me. A lot of airports now have filtered water fountains that you can fill your bottle at really easily. And then obviously you save a lots of money by not buying like the $10 single use plastic bottle of water at the airport. So that is something that I always have with me. Make sure that it's not full though. You've got to pack that one empty and then fill it up after you get through security. Along the same lines of supplements and hydration, another essential that you should not be without is some sort of a snack. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've definitely noticed that lately the airplane snacks are getting so small, like minuscule. I love Delta, but the fact that they're now serving like 50-calorie bags of sun chips is it's like mouse food, you know? It's kind of offensive because we notice that there are less chips in the bag than there used to be. And a 50-calorie snack, I mean, that's like I thought 100-calorie snacks were like the thing. So this is a little, tangent rant, but the snacks are getting smaller on the airplane. So unless you want to be that girly that asks for like 6 bags of sun chips, you should pack a snack. For me, I love to pack a protein bar or like a meal replacement bar because they're easy to travel with and, you can't really like damage them or anything and they're typically pretty filling. So I will pack a protein bar. Sometimes I'll also do like a piece of fruit, like a banana or an apple, which is fine. So non liquid snacks are totally cool. Make sure you have a couple in your bag. This time, I'm also bringing a bar of chocolate because I just feel like it. And I can because it's a free country. So, making sure that you have a couple snacks is also super helpful. Again, for in flight, because the chips are not chipping, for delays, and maybe, in transport when you're going from point A to point B. We love a snack moment. The next thing that you absolutely need to have on your carry on is all of your valuables. And what I mean here by valuables is your passport, your cash, credit cards, any important flight documents or train tickets or uh, rental car vouchers, anything related to travel in terms of documents, as well as jewelry. So, these things should be on your person at all times. Never put these in your checked luggage because I can guarantee you, if you do that, they will not be in your luggage when you arrive at your destination. That's just facts. Even if you have TSA security locks on your bags. So, all of your important travel documents, your passport, your money, your plastic money, your jewelry. And jewelry, so on that note, I always try to wear all of my jewelry. Um, so basically, the daily things that I like to wear: my rings, my earrings, my necklace, my one, necklace I wear all the time. I try to actually wear all of that while I'm traveling because, again, that just alleviates the need to be carrying around like a jewelry pouch or something. But again, if you are going somewhere for a longer amount of time, or you've got, a fancy event that you have to bring jewelry for, or you just like to wear and change out your jewelry, keeping that in like a jewelry box or like a travel pouch of some sort and keeping that on your body at all times is very important. The next essential for the carry on is your in flight entertainment. So, whether you want to read a book or watch a movie or do work, you're going to make sure that you have all of those things with you in order to do so. I think the most important in flight entertainment piece to pack is a pair of wired headphones, specifically wired headphones, so that you can plug them in to the TV screen on the plane. Planes have not advanced to the point where we can do, Bluetooth sync our movies with our AirPods. So make sure that you have a pair of wired headphones that have like the very traditional audio jack cord. And then, like, I know they hand out headphones on the plane, but they're like total shit and you can hardly hear anything. So pack your own pair of headphones, and that will definitely alleviate some heartburn, especially because there's a lot of good movies on flights these days. I think I see, like, between Netflix and flying, that is how I consume all of my movie content. Like I never go to the theater. It's like, I think Delta will show that on my flight, and that's where I'll catch the newest movie, which I love. I love that there's great entertainment options. So make sure that you pack your work, your headphones, your book, your crossword puzzle, your sketch pad, your adult coloring book, whatever it is that you want to keep yourself entertained. Bring it on the carry on. The next essential or set of essentials is your electronic items. I'm willing to bet that most of us are traveling with at least a laptop or an iPad. I don't know anyone who can travel without a laptop or an iPad. If you can, teach me your ways. But that is something, so your laptop should absolutely be in your carry on, even if you don't plan to work on the plane. That's something that you have to have with you. Do not ever check something valuable like a laptop. Again, for the similar reasons to the jewelry. My electronic stack is expanding rapidly, and it's actually the reason why I can't just do carry on only. Like, I need to check a second bag because it's gotten to the point where, with the podcast and with my work from anywhere business and new edition, with my forthcoming vlogs, I have a lot of tech, electronic equipment that I travel with. So we've got the computer, we've got the podcasting mic, we've got the headphones, we've got the video camera, and then all of these things come with charging cords and converter cables and all sorts of shit. It's honestly getting a little bit overwhelming, but it's fine. This is what I've been dreaming of for 10 years. It's cool. But it's a lot. And all of these things are coming with me in my carry-on. So if you are somebody who travels, creates content, you know the drill here. But Moral of the story is it's all coming on board. It's all coming on board. And that's just the state of the state. But don't put any of those things in your check bag. The last essential that I will share with you is liquids. And this is like a maybe essential. This is a conditional essential. And what I mean by this is if you do travel with a checked bag, best case scenario, you put all liquids in your checked bag. However, if you're traveling with carry on liquids, you know that these have to come with you. And according to the TSA, they also they have to meet some requirements. So they have to be 3.4 ounces, aka 100 milliliters or less. And all of these liquids still have to fit into a liquids bag. And TSA says quart size bag. And I'm like, they used to hand out bags. They don't hand out bags anymore. It's gotten to the point where I use like a Ziploc freezer bag. I think it's quart size. I don't really know. But that is still a thing. So if you have little travel size liquids, maybe you've got like some hand sanitizer, I don't know, your lip gloss, I'm like, what liquids would you even have? I don't know. If you have to travel with liquids on board, they need to go in that little bag. But again, if you have a checked bag, put them all in there. Reason being, and especially when you travel in and out of the country, the liquid requirements get a little hazy. I had an experience recently where I was flying from the UK to the US, and I thought I was crushing it. I had all my liquids together in the way that they came to that place. But on the way home, I was told that my bag holding the liquids was too big. So I had to rebag my carry-on liquids, and in the process of doing so, throw away some things. And it's always just a little heartbreaking when you have to do that. So even when you think you're following all of the rules, there may be some moments in which those rules get lost in translation. And so the best case scenario for liquids is to put them all in your checked bag. I know that there are some exceptions for liquids that you can bring on board with you as a carry-on, even if they're larger than 3.4 ounces. I think things like liquid medications are an exception. I don't know, things, breast milk maybe, like who knows? But I don't know. That is not my area of expertise. But there are some approved liquids that you can bring on board that are over 3.4 ounces. And chances are, if you're one of these people that has some of these liquids, you already know this. So that's where I'm going to leave the liquids. So these items, in my viewpoint, are your essentials to pack in the carry-on. And ideally, nothing more and nothing less. I was trying to think about things that we shouldn't be packing in our carry-ons, because these are all like yeses. I was like, well, what could the no's be? And one thing that did come to mind that I think we should all agree to collectively ditch are those fucking travel headplane pillows. This might be a hot take, I don't know. But I feel that those have had their moment. You know, the neck pillows? And they should be retired. They should be retired because one, they're hard to pack. They take up a lot of space. And I know you can like strap them on the outside. I'm like, I can't even say this without like cringing. I know you can strap them on the outside of your bag, but that's not very cute. That's not a look. That's not a vibe. And they're also like, they just don't seem very sanitary. So, if there was one thing I could encourage you to not pack on your carry on, it would be the travel neck pillow. We're going to lay those to bed, shall we? I hope this list was helpful. This is exactly what I am carrying with me this week on my upcoming trip. And if you don't have microphone and video and camera computer equipment, like I envy you. This is one element of my lifestyle that is it just adds a layer of complexity. Like it's just a little stressful. But you know what? I have to get over it because we've got to make the content, you know? We've got to deliver the content. That's the goal. So there you have it. Your carry-on packing essentials, whether you're gone for 3 days or 3 months. And hopefully having these essentials with you will make your travels more enjoyable. Let's transition into this week's Love It or Leave It. What I'm loving this week. Okay, I stan Emma Chamberlain. I love that girl so much. And I don't know why. I just do. But I don't feel like I have to explain that. But what I'm loving is she is the most recent exclusive Spotify podcaster. So Emma's podcast, Anything Goes, just move over to Spotify exclusively. Now, it does create a little bit of friction for the Apple Podcast listeners. However, what I'm loving is that she now has a video element to her podcast. And I love it because if you follow Emma Chamberlain, you know that she started as a video creator on YouTube and used to make lots and lots of videos. And in the recent years, she's been making less video content. So it's really nice to be able to see her back on video for her podcast. And she's also doing it in a very true to Emma way, where she's literally just kind of like lounging on her couch in comfy clothes in a dark room, chatting into space, as we all do for our home production podcasts. And I just really enjoyed watching her video version of Anything Goes this week. So, what am I leaving this week? As we're heading into March here, I think that we're all approaching this point of weather fatigue. Unless you live somewhere very enjoyable, there's been a lot of weather happenings. And I know that like the whole country has been getting rain or hail or sleet or snow. And it's just enough. Like by the time March rolls around, it's like have we not had enough? For instance, in Minneapolis, it snowed like 18 inches this week. And so, the snowbanks are taller than cars. There's nowhere to put the snow. We've run out of places to put the snow. So the roads are like super narrow. There's nowhere to park. And to cherry on top that situation, today it's raining, which is creating a really lovely ice slush, snow situation. So I know that there's been crazy weather everywhere. And I think March weather is one of those things that we're just leaving behind. And really, the only way to thrive at this time of year is to take your vitamin D and plan a trip to get out of here. Get the fuck out. Go to the warmer weather or the sunnier weather or the drier weather. That's the only solution I see. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. As always, I really appreciate the time you spend here and the time you get to spend together on the More Pod. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a 5-star rating, write a review, tell me something that you liked, or suggestions, additions. If you've got a packing essential that I missed, let me know. Follow along on Instagram at the More Pod. And that's it. I'll see you next week for a travel review. I think we're doing a travel review next week. So, yay! Listen to the More Pod every Wednesday as I share the things that make me more me and discover a thing or two to make you more you.